Well, a lot of people have asked me to make videos about my cars and to tell you guys where I got it and how I got it and how I managed to keep it for so long. So this is actually one of my favorite cars. I don't think I'm ever going to sell this one. This is a car that I've had for 28 years. Now, this is not just another Porsche that you just walk in and buy. This is something that came a long way to be what it is right now. This is something that you had to build, and you have to work on it, and you had to wait for the technology to become available before you could use it. So this is not something that can be compared with something you walk in and you buy it from the floor. It does not work like that. It is in very good condition. It's a little dirty. I didn't clean it now. I just started up now the first time in 2 months. So just to give you an idea what it looks like, I went with the red inside. I just wanted to make it, well, the color I would never expect to be in here. And I think that is red. So in its previous life, now when I say previous life, it's when it was last used by me as an everyday car. The interior was a grey color. So I left that, the grey, just to remind me where this whole thing came from. So this is actually a Porsche 911S. It's a 1971. Now, saying that, a 1971 911S, they don't really exist. You will find one here and there, but they shouldn't exist. Now, why would I say that? Because those were not galvanized bodies. They rusted away. Guys, they break over there. That part collapses that way. This part collapses this way. There it just collapses like that and like that. You pick it up with a shovel. And that is why the Porsche 911S 1971 is quite a valuable car. It's because they are not only very scarce, they are basically impossible to find. So why did this one survive? How did it happen that this specific 1971 911S survived? Well, let me explain. So one Tuesday, it was a public holiday, we went for a drive. Next moment I see a car approaching, and he is not responding to the car standing still, and he hit me right there as hard as he could. The wing flew off, the car accelerated. There was a whole scenario that happened inside the car that was amazing. I loved it. I will go into that at another time. So I finally stopped on the opposite side of the road. The car is smashed from the back. The engine, I managed to switch it off. It was running at high RPM for 1 second. And then I switched it off. So I tried to repair it, but already the rust has went into it, and it wasn't possible to pull the panels back and fix it up. So I found a galvanized body from a lawyer that was working just in a few towns away from here, and he had the perfect body, a 83 911 SC. So I bought this from him, or we constructed a deal. I remember there was an international truck that was also part of the deal that he really wanted. He wanted to put a wooden how can I put it, backside on it and make it all pretty, and he did. And I got this body, and it was really great. But it was in a little accident in the front. So my car was perfect in the front, so I was able to loosen up all the paneling, drill out all the spot welds, and mend the two together. So I basically replaced the part that was bent with a galvanized body, and that just gave this car new life. So here it is, 28 years later. I bought some Lenzo wheels. Guys, we were used to 13 and 14 inch wheels back then. Those wheels cost the same as my house. So I had them powder coated 5-6 years ago. Very well done. It's beautiful. I love the Golf look, but I wanted to get the colors a little bit brighter. This is actually a Porsche color. That is not, but that was the perfect orange for this car. So I started working on it. It was not in running condition at that moment, and I took the engine out. I started working on the engine, and then I thought to myself, this is old technology. I don't want to have such old technology in this car. It is really old. I don't want that old motor. I want an Alice V8 with a turbocharger on it, and that would make me happy. I knew that that would be a real amazing combination. So it took me a few years, let's say 2 years longer, to get it done and to make sure that everything is exactly the way I want it. And it's great, it's amazing. So I haven't used it much, but when I use it, it's only to go and have a little fun. You don't let people drive this car. This is a very dangerous car. You don't need any, how can I put it, revs even from the engine to run this car. It is just so powerful. This V8 is really powerful. Okay, I have to find a way to get out of here in an easier way. One hand, that's always the problem. So it hasn't got power steering. This is still old school. I had to install some air pockets at the back to prevent the nose from lifting up. Yeah, you don't want your Porsche to wheelie. That is always a bad thing. A Porsche that wheelie is a Porsche that's not going to be wheeling for very long. So let me just close the gate. Some kids coming to see the Porsche. Always when I take it out, there's a lot of people who wants to come and see it. Just going to close this quickly. But it's a amazingly beautiful car. Like I said, I don't think I could ever sell this. This car is just in another category. And like I said, you can go and buy one off the shelf, off the floor. It's going to be expensive. They have gone up in value tremendously, which is well worth it as an investment. Cars are not always an investment, but in this case it is. And it is just a very nice car to drive. Just gonna wait for some people here to go past. I didn't even dust the window nothing. I just got in now after 2 months, start her up, and here we go. Already I feel that power on 1000 RPM. There's so much power. Look at this. Wow, this thing is crazy. If you put it in gear, third gear, look at that, guys. Wow, this is a super fast car. Just playing around with her a little bit. So why would I ever want to sell this? This was my car in my 20s. This was what I used daily for such a long time. I remember the first night I got it, parking it outside my window, and I was just stupidly in love with it, peeking through the window every 5 minutes. And for some reason it looked big to me. I don't know why, it just looked really big, and I was very impressed with everything. Now, this is the typical thing that happens. It's always guys here in my area that wants to, we call it dice. This is Brakpan. In Brakpan you dice. So I don't want to do that now, I'm making a video. But in any case, it's just, look at that, you don't need to give any power. I can't put my foot down now, it's going to be out of control if I do, because I'm holding with one hand. It's nice and strong, but you don't need to drive fast with this car. You can actually just enjoy it a little. You can just use it as a normal car, and it's got seats in the back. You don't need to be only 2 people to enjoy this car. It's old school, everything is so direct, and there I can drive right through town almost like an automatic, because you don't even need to change much gears. But let's shift. Brakpan Town. Show you guys what Brakpan Town looks like. This is a very nice town in Gauteng, which is close to Johannesburg in South Africa. So in South Africa, since they built suburbs, everybody needed a car, and this is what good. Another thing that I love about this car, you can open the window and use it. There's no winds coming into the car that bothers you. Like on the newer cars, they were not made to be driven with open windows. So you could actually do that. And look how comfortable this ride is. And you put your foot down and you've got instant power. That turbo already starts boosting just after 1000 RPM. I had it on a dyno machine, and we actually found that it was putting out more power at 1000 RPM. At 1000 RPM, it put out more power than the original Porsche motor could put out flat out. So that's quite something. I use this car when I want to relax. This car I drive from A to A. You don't drive this car from A to B. You can stop along the way and pick something up that you need. There is space to put it in. But this is the stress breaker. This is the one that shows you, it shows you your performance that you have achieved throughout the years. And that's always a nice thing, to be reminded of all this stuff. And I see this and I see how old it is already, and I can enjoy it. Yeah, that's when you drive one hand and change gears with the same. But it's an amazing car. I would love to just keep it forever, and I don't want to make it any faster. It's fast enough because it lasts. I've built it and I've been driving it for 5-6 years without any breakdowns, and that is something that is unheard of a car that you build yourself. I had to make the adapter plate myself on my lathe. I had to cut all the ways around, drill everything where screws fitted in from the Porsche gearbox and from the LS motor. So I did all of that, and I installed it, and the gearbox wasn't good, and then I did something to the gearbox, and that made the gearbox perfect in every way. I don't want to say what that is because I used to specialize in the Porsche 911s, and I had a lot of time to think about it all, and I am very happy that I've got the knowledge to work on anything on this car. And if I can't work on it, I'll just replace it with something newer. Well, this is our police station here in Brakpan. I'm just coming to see someone here quickly, and I hope they got good news for me. I've been waiting for something to come through and it should be here right now. But it's a very easy car to use. I love this car. I won't sell it. Just look at her. Isn't this a true beauty? This is a keeper, guys. This is one of those cars that you get when you are in your early 20s, and you just keep it for the rest of your life. Well, let me get going. Got a few things to do, and then I'm going to take her back to home and just maybe give her a wash and tell her a few stories about the newer cars, and tell her that I've been bragging about her by the other cars. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Like always, have a nice day.